Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome back to Construction Simulator 2 here on the PS4. So we completed the job we were on last time out. It's time for us to look for a new contract and we're going to be taking on the Museum of Interesting Things. We're looking forward to doing this one here. So first off we have to go to the Museum of Boring Things. Does that mean we have to tear it down and replace it with the Interesting Things Museum? Possibly. That could be interesting. So, yeah, lots and lots of bits involved in this job. We're going to take this one on. And I think we still have an unspent skill point that needs to be allocated as well. So I'll just quickly check that too. Ah, yes, look, the Museum of Boring Things was just demolished a few days ago. And now we get to replace it with the Interesting Things Museum instead. Okay. Build a suitable crane on the construction site. That's our first task. But before we do that, like I said, I want to check. I think I have a skill point still unspent. I do. Improve our wear skills. One more point and then we're fully maxed out on our skills. And we're halfway through the level already. So it won't be long till we get that done. Okay, let's drive on over there in the truck. In fact, actually, instead of taking this over, let's just see what else we need to do on this job and maybe take over a different piece of equipment so we can go straight in with that. I know we need to take a crane over. Don't know if we need to take a manual crane. You know, like a portable crane, or we can use a self-erecting one. Let's have a look. Let's skip drive. Oh, this is going to take us in the truck, isn't it? Never mind, I parked this up and it's still come with us. Alright, so there is a crane area. Just see it glowing blue. There it is. Let's put up our biggest crane here. And we need to collect all the leftover bits and deliver them so that they can be scrapped. Oh, actually, no, we just need to put them in the marked area. Where is the marked area? I wonder. Ah, there it is. So let's go to the hook camera. And let's see. No, we've got a bit right in front of us actually that needs to be removed. There we go. What's next? A giant safety cone, a box, a garbage can. We've got the dust bunny, the boring branch sign. Okay. Oh no, it's just a. It is literally just a branch. Oh wow, that is boring. Okay. Oops. Back a bit. There we go. Yeah, I can see why they tore this place down. Wonder what exciting things will be put into the Museum of Interesting Things. Let's get this box. There we go. Ooh. Now we need the garbage can. Oh, and we knocked it over. Well, it's going to be scrapped anyway, so it doesn't really matter if we knock it over, I suppose. Another dust bunny over there. And then a giant safety cone as well. That's still what remains by the look of it. Oh, another box as well. See how much of a swing we can get on this thing as we pick up some speed. Not bad. There go the floodlights. It's obviously getting towards morning time. In fact, yeah, you can see the sun coming in over these buildings behind us. The shadows are shrinking away, or at least changing. Knocked it over. Come on. Oop. There we go. So just the traffic cone left by the look of it. I'll get that one dropped off. Swing around for the cone. I'm looking forward to this job. I think this one could be quite a lot of fun. I mean, it's a lot to do as well, and a big payout. Over $1 million is the payout for this job. So I'm expecting some interesting developments in the development of this building. There we go. Just need to swing this around now, and then this first stage will be done. There we go. Task complete. Clear the area. Does that count as clearing the area? Or do I actually have to fold the crane up? What is the area that needs clearing? It's got to be here. If we're going to be digging out foundation pits, it's got to be actually removing the crane itself. Does it say? Doesn't seem to give me a visual indicator of what the area is. Okay, let's pack this up anyway. So let's put that back in the vehicle hall. There we go. And that was it, yeah. We had to literally pack it away. flatten the area next. So that means we're going to need a roller. And the crane area is back. Okay, let's put the crane back up again. Maybe we just had it at the wrong angle then. I don't know. Let's get a crane, not a crane, let's get a roller out of our inventory. So, let's see. Motor pool. Ooh, our Mac is going to need some repair work. Let's store that in the hall so we can get it fixed up. Vibratings for tarmac. We want the other roller. Of course, we're going the wrong way. Everything, look, everything needs repair work. Let's stick that back in there as well. That's our last of it. Oh, we can't get rid of all of our vehicles. We have to have at least one out. Okay. Interesting. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. The compactor. Retrieve. Okay, so should now be able to put the crane back away. Yep, there we go. Let's fix those up while we're in here. Oh wow, yeah, that had taken quite a bit of damage, hadn't it? Okay, so 26 grand. Oof. Pricey. Oh, the truck's absolutely ruined, look. 15.5 grand to fix the Mac. May as well go through everything while we're in here. Anything else? Need a little bit of TLC? Nope, that's everything. Okay, good stuff. So this should automatically put us in the roller because it's the only vehicle we have out. There we go. Let's take that to the site. And then we can rebuild the crane again. We're too far away at the moment. We need to get closer. And because I know it's going to bug me, let's change the camera. There we go. Get lined up. There we go. Right, let's start rolling away. Flatten out this area. Then we can move on to the next stage of the job. This could be quite tricky actually with that uneven area just there, trying to run a roller over that. And that might present a bit of a challenge. We might potentially have to use a dozer to push some dirt flat. We'll see how we go, I suppose. Yeah, look at that. We haven't actually done anything there in that middle bit. Let's try going over that forwards and see what happens. doesn't really want to flatten that much, does it? Let me check the job list. Jobs. Let's see what it's actually suggesting we use for this. Prepare the foundations. Yeah, look, that's not using a roller cymbal, that's using a dozer blade. So we're using the wrong piece of equipment here. So we need to go into our vehicle hall, again, our motor pool, and retrieve our dozer. We could use a grader, I suppose. Let's use the grader. This might be potentially a better choice. Plus, we've only used this the once so far, so it'd be nice to give this another run out. This might potentially again be the wrong bit of equipment, but we'll give it a go, see if it works. And if it is the wrong piece, we can always just bring the dozer over. It's not, you know, not the end of the world if this is the wrong piece as well. So let's try that sort of about here. So put the blade down, let's give it a bit of a tweak. Let's see if this will work. Not really. It's kind of working, but no. Yeah, we need the dozer. I had a feeling that was the wrong bit of equipment. We know for definite now. So back into the motor pool, grab the dozer. We will get there. Jump in. And take to the site. Go. Spin around. Let's lower at the front. Don't want to go too low. I don't want to carve up any ground. I just want to kind of push what's missing a little bit flat. That's that weird squelching sound effect again. That's the first little bit kind of leveled off and filled in. Do I have enough dirt here to actually make this bit work? Yes. Okay. Let's try and work on the holes first of all. I'm guessing we push the rest of the dirt somewhere else. Or maybe then we can flatten it out with the roller. Not entirely sure. Let's at least do this this divot here first of all. actually going up a slight crest just there by the look of it. Maybe I need to lower the blade a touch more. I don't want to get it too low. I don't want to start carving up the ground. It's better. Didn't actually mean to spin around on the spot like that. Just kind of started spinning and I just went with it. And of course it did mean I had to change the blade angle. Let's try getting set back up again. Drop the blade back down. This is proving a little bit fiddly. There we go. No. Let's try levelling out again. The blade still is a little bit too high by the look of it. There we go. Load it a touch, now raise it. Like I said, I don't want to start carving channels into the ground. Still too high. I really wish it wouldn't confuse the camera when you're trying to reverse using tracks in excavation mode. Okay, so I need that blade to go down a bit. We're still climbing too much over there by the look of it. Still too much just here. So that means the blade needs to still be lower. Any lower and I'm going to be carving up the ground itself. Well, there we go. That's cleared that bit. Spin around. Take a look. Let's see if we can attack the pile over here from the opposite side. It just looks like I'm making it worse, really, doesn't it? It doesn't look like I'm actually making any real progress over here. Have I got any big holes that need to be filled in anymore? I don't think so. I think we'll just start pushing the ground from one side to the other and leave it off. Yeah, just push it out of the area entirely if we can. Maybe that's what we need to do. Oh, damn it. We're still stuck at different heights all the way through here. Let's get a good overview. Yeah, that dirt just needs to be off, doesn't it? It just needs to be out of the way, so let's just try and do that. Let's just try and push it, you know, out completely. So set the blade to an acceptable height. That would appear to be it. Let's just push, see what happens. Nothing. The blade's too low. Work on this area because this is definitely an area of concern, these ridges that we've kind of built up. Roller's in the way, isn't it? Still not convinced I'm doing the right thing here. It's got to be. Yeah, I mean, you can see where the elevation change is in excavation view. Let me get too high. I might just attack this with the roller to flatten it out that way. That might be the easiest way to actually clear this little section here. Last thing I say I want to do is start carving a channel, like building a ramp down. Just basically trying to trim the excess off the top. Has that worked? Oh, that's worked. There we go. So we have our blade height now. Now we just need to be really careful we don't overdo it. Yeah, look at that. That's much better. Okay. So we just need to repeat this this stage all the way across the top. And fingers crossed we'll be good. Still see that big lump of earth over there in the distance. Definitely making headway. It's slow going, but we are getting there. We're almost out of time again. I'd hoped we'd at least have knocked this stage out by now. But it took us a little while to figure out the best way to approach it, plus also to make sure we're using the right equipment as well. So that hasn't helped. This stage is pretty much done now, isn't it? Or this area. So we need to start working on this area over here now. This is where it gets a bit more interesting because we've spent a lot less time working on this area, so the level is potentially a lot more erratic. It's kind of interesting actually. I was watching the dirt at the front of the blade there as we were reversing, and it was almost like we were pushing it back down again. You know, those ridges that we created, just flattening them out a touch. Yes, that's good. That's the right height. Just still need a little bit more from the area behind us. It's still really this is really a lot trickier than I thought this was going to be. A lot trickier. I really don't understand why this job just doesn't seem to want to be nice and straightforward. Maybe attacking this big lump here will help. And they can just see at the front of the blade there, it's almost like it's packing it back down a little bit. You know, the edge of the blade is removing that ridge that we've kind of created by pushing the dirt up in the first place. It's when you see little things like that, you realise It's not just a simple, straightforward animation that we see. We see a little bit more to it, like an extra layer. You'll see it again here. Just takes the edge off that ridge. I like that. Silly little things like that. They make all the difference when you're playing a game. You spot a detail that you hadn't seen previously, and you really start to appreciate it the more you see it. Oh, it just keeps building a ramp in front of us, doesn't it? Come on. Ah. There we go. Getting at that surface level now, finally. Well, we're slowly making progress. This job's taken a lot longer than I thought it was going to do, and we're pretty much out of time. So what I'll do is I'll keep working away at this, and then we'll hopefully have this just about finished when you come back. So that's it from me this particular time out. I am Jim Bob, and I'll be back with some more Construction Simulator 2 on the PS4 as we build the Museum of Interesting Things very soon.